What's up, guys? I'm going to walk you through my home security system setup that doesn't interfere with the truck. Alright, for the camera power up, I just put some tape down, used a hole saw, drilled it, plugged it in, and then hooked up to an accessory wire here. I still ran a 3-amp fuse. I used a 3-amp fuse for the whole system. Alright, and then over here is the power wire to the camera system. That turns it, right now it's on. Obviously the light would shut off when it's off. All right, let's go and show you how I did the back camera here. So the back camera would normally, plug and play right into the running lights of the vehicle. Well, I separated that and I ran an independent wire from there. As you can see, it comes out of that light right there. And what I did was I drilled a hole. The wife is home. I drilled a hole, and then I secured this with silicone all the way down to where it comes into the side of the bead track of the screws that hold the panels together. I ran it up underneath there. Did cut a little notch out right there, so that notch didn't interfere with the wire coming in, and it looks more natural. All right. I did run LED lights, bulbs in all of my running lights just to reduce some of the power draw. Okay. And here is my right camera. Secured it with some butyl tape around it because I got this accordion type of siding going on. After it settles in a little bit, I plan on trimming the butyl tape off and then throwing a nice bead of silicone onto it. All right. Same thing over here, just to show you, nice and clean. All right. And to get access into my storage compartment here is I drilled a hole. Let's see if we can get up in there. I drilled a hole up into my camper, and I plan on squirting a bunch of silicone up in there to make it nice and clean. All right, and I wrapped it to keep it out of the sun as well. This is original marker running lights that they had coming from underneath the wiring harness through the factory lighting. So let's go into where all the bells and whistles are. Let's turn this around here. Okay. So what I have here is a hole drilled in the bottom. Oh yeah. And here the power wire runs in the lip of this. There's screws that hold it in. So, and it's kind of taut. So I ran it up through over the wheel well, all the way down. And this is where it pretty much runs to. Right inside the camper, right here. And what's inside here is the power wire that feeds this whole camera system. So, the red wire is the main. I color coded all of my wires before I pre-installed them. So there's the main wire coming in. And then I also have a light switch hooked up to get obviously the ground from there. I tapped into the awning lights that I have here, and I also installed ground lights, which I like that. So here's a tap. This is coming from the camera all the way in the back. As you can tell, let's go over here. Take a look at some of this from a distance. Got a power wire and turn signal wire run, and it's one wire pretty much goes from one all the way to the other side, and then I just pulled them through, and then I split it in the middle here so I can have my separate colors, because green is right, yellow's left, and here's my power to my cameras, here's my power from my switch. Okay, and Yeah, I secured it with these nice little, zip ties all the way around. It goes all the way to the switch and then back again. I like to have my turn signals activate my cameras. So when I turn right, it turns right. When I turn left, it will activate those separate cameras individually upon signal. Here's the hole in the floor. All right. Oh. Let's turn it off. So what I did was these wires, they run, turn signal wires run into that box. That box distributes from the opposite end of the pigtail all of the turn signals, direct brake lights, running lights, whatever. And then you look right here, you can see a fuse. That's a 3-amp fuse. And that I tapped into a relay that was already pre-wired into the system, which runs that, the main feed to my cameras. So what else I did was I ran a directional diode from my camper. So when my camper's turned on, it doesn't turn the running lights on to the camper or interfere with the truck at all. When the truck is hooked up to the camper, it will act and function as normal. So I don't get any feedback from the camper, even with it plugged into the truck. I just come into the camper, turn my little switch on, it powers it up, and it doesn't feed back to the truck. So yeah, just to give you a little look, see, I have wires going in that box right there, which I took that knuckle apart, made it look as factory as possible. Zip tied, secured. I even sprayed a battery terminal protector on it to keep all the connections nice and from getting rusted up. And let's see here, there's my bottom light that I installed. It works really well, actually. So let's go inside here. And okay, let's go to the camera here. So let's say I wanted to pair my cameras. Let me go to pairing. Before I show you this part, hang on. Underneath each camera, let me show you here. There's a little button, a little rubber button. You cannot miss it. Okay, let me get some light so you can see it. A little rubber button, all right? And that's your night vision too. There's a little, I don't know, you guys can't see it, but there's a night vision sensor right there, a rubber button right there, and then the power on is right there. At night, these lights will turn on. It looks really good at night, nice and clear. So that little pairing button, each one has one. You would come in, go to pairing, and then you would hit your right camera, for passenger side. And when you hit that, then you're going to hit the button on the camera. It will sync it, all right? And then the same thing with the rest of the other cameras. Let's go through the other settings here. Let's go back here. Setup. You may have to put mirror on yours. I had to in order to get the camera right. It was showing it backwards. Auto dimming. Yeah, I don't have it on right now. But yeah, I usually keep it on. Doesn't need to run full bright screen like that during the day. This one, I'm still, I don't know. I don't like it shutting off. I like having full access to it. And there is one, where is it? Setup. Screen rate, I keep at 60 hertz. That gives you best vision. and why it's playing. It's just a good frequency to be at. All right, so let's go to setup. And then the other one is motion detection. I have off at the moment, but I'm sure at night I'd probably hit medium or something like that. All right, let's go back. Auto display here. This is probably what you would push to activate your turn signals. You turn it on, then your turn signals will switch to right screen or left screen camera. But at the moment I have it on here, and this is what it says when you turn it off. Okay, I don't have all 4 cameras, I only have 3. So at the moment, that's how it's set up. You may want it set up differently. Picture. Each camera has its own color setting that. So let's go here, and now I could set up each camera accordingly to the situation. So there you guys go. Hope you like it. Any questions, leave a comment. Peace out, guys. Thanks for watching. Happy camping.